What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review. Today, rank 4 North America, SpencerTFT. His lol chest is so funny. He only top 4s at 2 games, and then he bot 4s a game, and then when you are this much LP, you bot for 1 game and you lose like almost 100 LP. But a very, very nice last 20, and he played a comp this game that I want to yap about. I want to talk about because how good is it? We'll see. He also took a I just glanced at it, but he took a fun first augment, one that I am hyped to see, and I'm interested to see how he used it because it's not the way that you would normally think about it being used. So, start the game off. Item payout. Yeah, I mean it's fine. My only issue with this portal is that I usually forget, but I'm sure Spencer, he's playing with the best players in this server. Surely he will not forget. Interesting units so far. This Cassiopeia I'm not that hyped with. Ooh, he really... Okay, so he's going to hold on to the Elise and play Elise Zoe here. It's interesting just to see that he holds these 2 units just because it means that he's prioritizing them over, you know, potentially like the Lilia pair here. Okay, first sell of the game here. It's actually Cassio. It's a little surprising to me because Cassio actually, she fits with the Shapeshifter opener. It's just, it's probably that this Cassio unit has been disrespected for a long time, and maybe the disrespect will continue because maybe she doesn't deserve to be respected. I'm surprised about the... I guess I shouldn't be, though. It kind of makes sense, right? Tristana pairs well with the Fairy opener. Ari could actually be played with like a Zoe Ari setup here. So then the only unit to sell here is Cassio. Okay. I mean, if you think about it logically, it actually kind of makes sense. And ooh, Ari pair here with the Zoe. I mean, this is a comp that has certainly fallen a bit out of favor. You know, it was once upon a time one of the best comps in the game, and now it seems a lot more niche, but we'll see. We'll see what Spencer ends up going for this game. The only downside are his items don't make any sense for Ari, so he's actually just going to go for the full sell here. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense. We can't play Ari from these items, so why even hold the Aris? I think this is a really, really smart a really smart thought from Spencer that like I can't play Ari from here, so why should I hold these items? Okay. Higher Education, Escort Quest, Stars Are Born. Escort Quest, very hard to take. It would have been so nice to get Higher Education. It's just still our items would have been awkward. Maybe he should have just taken it anyway and played it. But I don't think either of those are going to be our takes here. I guess theoretically you could take Higher Education. What are the stats in this Higher Education augment? Let's do a quick stats check on Higher Education, actually. Survey says not even bad, 4.38. Because I was wondering, what about like a Higher Education? You get Zoe 2, you slam Gwinsu, you play Rise from this spot. I'm surprised that Spencer isn't actually interested in that, but maybe he's just a Rise hater. But he takes an augment here. He takes Stars Are Born, which is an augment that is near and dear to my heart. I love this augment, but it's an interesting line where we take Stars Are Born, we make an Ashe 2 and a Nunu 2, then make the Lilia 2 and the Zoe 2 as well. And then we make a Gwinsu onto the Ashe, and this is our opener, and we just use Stars Are Born as an econ augment / tempo augment. If you guys remember the Stars Are Born days with me playing Caitlyn Legend and taking this every time, like it's such a fun way to play the game. But I think it's interesting because so much since then, I feel like Stars Are Born has become like the reroll augment. You know, you take this augment when you want to play like 1 or 2 cost reroll, and then you just play around that. Ooh, this is a cool call as well. Get out of the Ashe with the idea that we don't actually want to play for that. We'd rather just play for a portal opener here. Play the Jace onto our board, and then just chill. The idea being that we can just play portal and level up. Wow. I mean, it makes sense, right? The Ashe is, you're gonna have trouble actually like working, like doing good stuff onto our board here, so why not just go for this setup here? If we win, we could potentially hold the Galio, but if we lose, we can just do this and chill and just make gold and play for a good loss streak with a lot of gold, right? Stars Are Born gives you 7 gold now, and obviously it's upgrading these units, which is worth gold as well. So it's a lot of gold that you get in this augment itself. So just take this econ up and then play for, well, we've slammed a Gwinsu's Rage Blade this game, so based upon the fact that we didn't take the Scholar augment, it's probably not going to be Rise. So the idea is going to be to play towards Kalista this game, which is funny. You know, Kalista was a comp that I'm sure people saw their fair share of Kalista's last patch and are very, very tired of it now, which makes sense. Curious between Bow or Gargoyle here. Okay, he's just going to go for Bow here, the better component, with his idea being I'm just going to greed for kind of BIS. If I take Cloak here and go for Gargoyle, there's a decent chance that I'm going to get like more cloaks, and then it's going to be kind of awkward unless they make like a second Gargoyle or something. I think that's a smart call from him here. Also, this upgrade's kind of interesting. I mean, it makes our board a good bit stronger. The only downside is that now we can't make 40 gold, but There is a way to think about this, and I think it is the correct way to think about this, is that, and we are actually going to fight Mr. Bombastic here and make our 40, which is nice, but making the difference between making 30 and 40 is not the difference between making 0 and 10. Like making your first 10, your first 20 is really big, but making your first, 40 is not, that insane. So I think it's smart from Spencer to play like this. He's also holding onto this Poppy pair with the idea of maybe just fitting it onto the board here, or even, yep, just leveling here. Once again, making 50 versus making 40, it's a pretty small diff, especially after we've won a couple of fights. So I like this a lot. We're just playing a little bit for win streak now, with the idea being that, if we can get this last win, especially with Nunu on our board, it's not unreasonable that we win this fight. We also, you could theoretically play Poppy over Lilia, but then we don't want to sell a Lilia too. That doesn't seem right. So yeah, I like this a lot. We still have Scholar as an option on level up. We also have potentially something else. We should burn Remover here and just put it onto Zoe, just in case we get somebody better to hold on to this Guinsoo. If we get like a Rise drop, we would much prefer to have that. Ooh, and a Spatula here. Interesting. With that extra, that extra bow is interesting. Take the shop rerolls here. Probably not going to use them for a while though. Okay. So what do we want to do with this? You're going to just make the Fairy Spat straight up. So I mean, it makes sense from a tempo perspective. It's interesting because I think a lot of people, on last patch, they talked about how Fairy Spat was really, the statistics kind of liked it just as a spite to get to 5 Fairy quickly. But the idea is that late game this comp, you don't really want to ever play 7 Fairy just because all of the value is in 5 Fairy and getting that Fairy Queen's armor. So it'll be interesting to see what Spencer plays late game here. Trade Tracker is a really fun augment, but it's not fun when you bought 4 with it. I probably wouldn't go for it here. Replication, we don't have that many good components to get out of it. I mean, maybe you just take Transfigure. The problem is this comp doesn't really need that many items. I'm actually, because I don't really love Transfiguration here either, but I don't love any of these options. I think you just reroll and hope that you find something better. Worst case, we can take Transfiguration. But yeah, Inspiring Epitaph looks much better than those options. So we'll just grab this here. Pretty wealthy in this spot, and we still have the free refreshes, which is great, and we can even get Scholar onto the board. Awesome. So yeah, I like that call out from Spencer. You really don't want to take an item augment, like I said, when you're playing this comp, because you get 2 free items. So and there's only 2 units that exist on your board when you play this comp, Rakan and Kalista. All the other units are basically worthless, which is why augments like what is it called? Avenge the Fallen, I believe, the one where your units get much stronger when you have a few units die, are really, really nice in this comp, because you don't need the other units on your board to do anything. You just let those units die and then let Kalista and Rakan run the show. So yeah, love this remove. It's a little bit sad that we didn't do this remove earlier, though. I guess at the end of the day, the items would have probably gone back onto Zoe. Maybe that would have gone on to Triss the entire time, but not the end of the world. We're going to get another remover at the end of the stage anyway. And yeah, it's actually a surprising loss, but I mean, I guess this is fair. It's a blue buff Complete Karma, and they have a Fiora on their board. What the hell? All good. There is a Callisto on Carousel, so hopefully, hope and pray we can get that. Oh, we just barely can't get it. We can just take the Guinsoo here. Yeah, just guarantee double Guinsoo here. Makes a lot of sense. So sad that we couldn't get that Kalista. It would have also been, I mean, I guess it would have also been Gargoyle. Like that would have been actually just perfect, but okay. Minor Wish here. Pick up a Swain, not bad. We can just level here and still make 50 gold, right? Yeah, we are so rich in this spot. From the Stars Are Born. Just the Stars Are Born econ opener is so crazy. Also, that guy is actually playing the Kalista, which is really tilting Spencer here, because he's just like, no, man, don't hold my unit. What are you doing? Also, they have this Eternal Winter, which is going to be so annoying for our board. Like, this guy is just our arch nemesis here. The only upside is that it looks like we're winning this fight. Yeah, they just... I don't think that board had a single 2-star unit on it. Ooh, Morgana as an early pickup. Not bad. I mean, this unit can just go onto the board as a Preserver later. And I mean, she can just play right now as a Witchcraft and kind of econ in the fact that she can farm us, some units to play around. So, yeah, I like this. Maybe we'll throw a random Fairy Spat onto her. I don't know. We'll see. But hey, the board really solid here. And Triss just burning through the entire board. I mean, I love the fact that we moved these items onto Triss. I mean, very straightforward, but very good here. And holding onto the Zillions, I think Asa, who, very high ranked TFT player, TFT coach, talked about how good actually playing Chrono on this Fairy board is. To Chrono, the heal is so nice onto Rakan. It's just... It's just so it just synergizes so well. Oh, is it gonna? I mean, we can't go triple Gwynsu here. These items are actually really, really awkward. I wonder what we make here. Yeah, I love a reforge on. Yeah, I guess it's reforge on just. I mean, you have to reforge. Okay, we got a Warmogs, which is pretty good, so we can certainly make that. And then yeah, it's between Crown Guard and something else, and he does opt to make the Crown Guard here. The bow. Normally, you would want to like you can go even shroud in this comp. It feels really good. Last Whisper is not that bad. I mean, eventually we can play some other stuff on 9, but right now this is kind of awkward actually. We'll see. I mean, the Crown Guard could go on like Morgana, and then we get, I don't know. I'm interested to see what items end up going this game. I mean, yeah, I like Item Collector here. It seems a solid way to, especially because we're going to get those fairy items here. And yep, now we just have to roll down here. Take Econ Charm, seems pretty good. We pick up a Kalista, which is fantastic. Gonna get the 5 fairy in. Probably gonna move. Actually, I'm interested. Do we move items over? We do pick up a Camille, which fits very nicely over the slot where we put the other dude in, and yeah, he is going to move items over because yeah, and yeah, he is going to Crown Guard the Morgana. I think this makes sense. We have almost too many items in this spot, so I think Crown Guard and the Morgana makes sense, and then the Chain Vest can be another recon item. Yeah, I think itemization is so important in this comp, getting good items onto recon, and yeah, I like. The more that I think about it, the more I like the Crown Guard Slam, and then we just go for a Gargoyle last here. I think it makes so much sense. And hey, maybe the only downside to our spot is actually we had so much gold to roll that last round, but we're not even Recon 2 or Kalista 2. We're finally Kalista paired, but it was actually such a rough roll then. But you can see in this comp, we are not trying to play for 7 Fairy. 7 Fairy, I don't know. I feel like the rework for Fairy, I mean, it made Fairy very relevant, but ooh, GS Slam onto Morg here. I mean, it's a fine slam. And the idea being that we want to go for Gargoyle here. The only downside is now we can't get to like a Last Whisper or anything. But I think his idea is just that like Last Whisper is awkward in this comp. Even Shroud's pretty good because you can just throw it onto like a Hecarim or something. The Last Whisper, like you have to wait for Hecarim to like auto units. It feels so bad. All right, no Kalista for us, no Gargoyle for us as well. So once again, what is this? We're just gonna take Bow here and kind of go back for the idea of making a Last Whisper. I guess at least we have the Camille that the LW could go on to. Well, Steady Hard doesn't do much for us. Ooh, Camille pair, okay. All right, I mean, we're still, oh my God, I cannot believe, yeah. Spencer is so tilted looking at his board here. I mean, if he top 4s this game, if he does well this game, it's just a testament to this comp. I mean, hey, there's this person also playing it. They ended up just with that Kalista saying, I'm going to play Kalista this game, Eternal Winter. It's actually funny that they can't Eternal Winter Recon because they don't want to give up Gargoyle or Warmogs onto him. That seems incorrect to me. I feel like maybe you would just give up one of these, like just give up Warmogs, throw that onto the other guy. But I'm not actually, I'm not 100% a veteran for this comp. All right, there is the Melio, who of course you're going to play. Oh my God. And this would be such a nice charm to get here. Oh, and so smart from Spencer. Wow, that's so nice. You take the Melio off the board this round because you want to, if you win this fight, farm either a Kalista or a Khan, ideally the Kalista too. Wow, that's a cool optimization. I haven't seen that, but yeah, you just take the Melio off your board to guarantee that you can hit this. The only downside is now we're not playing the Melio, but if we could win, oh my God, we are going to win. So we're gonna get the farm here. Oh wait, it's not either of them. It's Morgana, right? Oh, and he zoomed in. I forgot that we had the Fairy Charm on the Morgana. So now we have Morgana 2, Kalista 2, and all of a sudden we're looking good. Oh wait, that's so cool. The Fairy Charm, the Fairy +1 onto the Morgana. I wonder if, I mean, I doubt that the reason. Also, that's a Camille 2 on 8. Camille 2, Morgana 2 on 8. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, we farmed 1. I mean, yeah, this spot looks good. We're gonna make the Gargoyles, and then just Static Ship here looks very, very nice for. I mean, we are cruising here. I mean, this is a fantastic spot. I mean, man, that Fairy Charm, taking the Melio off the board, so smart, actually, because if we had Melio, it would have 50-50 Morgana or Melio. And think how much worse our spot would be if we just had Melio pair here instead of Morgana 2. But Morgana 2, so much better here. And I wonder, I guess he's not a fool. Like, it's funny he zoomed in on the Morgana. Like, it's almost like he didn't realize that it was going to be Morgana, but maybe I'm just projecting my own fact that I didn't see it on him. But hey, I mean, that is so nice for our spot here. And hitting the Camille 2 is like the super icing on the cake. Where now our board looks insane and we are just coasting. I mean, I was saying earlier that, you know, we'd be happy with, we'd be surprised if this game's a top 4. But I mean, now I think, yeah, you can certainly see this game being a top, I mean, maybe a win. We'll see. But it's a cool it's a cool kind of blast from, I don't know, I was gonna say blast from the past, but this comp is still good. I think, you know, a lot of people, when they see nerfs in TFT, they say, oh, the comp got nerfed, it must suck now. Like, it must be unplayable if the comp got nerfed. So many people, I feel like, have that approach to balance, and this comp is certainly less played than it was last patch, as it should be. But you can see, when you start the game with the Gwinsu's Rageblade, we didn't really natural anything towards the comp, but we basically hard forced it from Gwinsu's Rageblade and the Stars Are Born, which is, I mean, you can see why it's doing so well here. Who do we even have open items? I guess we could take like a. Is this gonna be Vow for Emilio to get the faster cast? Wait, no, I thought we. Oh no, we just took TG Augment for Camille. We didn't actually take a TG itself for Camille, so we really need a Camille item here, so that Emilio farms item for Camille. So I wonder if he's gonna. I mean, I guess he's just gonna. Yeah, I actually like Val Camille here much better. Yes, I agree, because this means not only does Camille get a little bit of stats, but we're also guaranteeing that Emilio is gonna farm item for Camille here. This is so important to guarantee that he's gonna throw items over to Camille because he prioritizes the units that already have items. So really big here for the Emilio, and I mean, I'm not going to say I hate to say it, because, I mean, obviously this is a fun game to watch. There's also a cool little extension of the board. Because we have Faerie +1, we can just fit Arcana onto it instead of playing something else. So yeah, we just have the Morgana, and then we fit the Arcana with Ari. It's also Scholar. It's a fantastic little addition to the board here. This is such a nice usage, actually, of the Faerie +1. So you can see the value of it, actually. It ends up being like a Fawn late game, and it gets you to 5 Faerie kind of early, though. Ooh, this fight was really scary. Can this random Morgana win the fight? No, sadly, but really close. Okay, so yeah, I think immediately Spencer turns to this guy and it's like, okay, I need to beat this guy. I need to figure this out. Oh, really smart optimization from Spencer as well. Gonna take the Fairy Crown and move it with the possibility of finding an item for Morgana. And we still have items that we need to find for our other units as well. But the idea that, ooh, we have another remover, but it's a little bit hard. I mean, you need red buff, right? The thing I was gonna say is this last person that we fought, it's actually really annoying that they have all of this stuff, that they have a 5 preserver, right? But red buff's gonna help a lot. Emilio, you know, he uses the attack speed very well, and once he throws his little knickknack out, he hits a few units. So yeah, I mean, you can see night and day difference here, red buff versus not. So great pickup from Spencer to guarantee that he gets that heal cut. And yeah, oh my god, that is one of the best charms in the game, the support golem here. Also really smart to move the Fairy Crown over to the Camille. This means that now Emilio, when he farms 2 items, he's going to farm 1 for Morgana, 1 for Camille. So now we're going to have 3 item on both. Camille's still going to use the HP from Fairy pretty well. So it's just a nice little optimization there to make sure that our board's as strong as possible going into the stage of the game where we need to win every fight if we want to win the game. And yeah, winning the game feels good. One more KO here. 1 person left to see if we can beat them. We mana reave all enemies, which is big. Also, he finally finds the Bard, which is the really nice addition to this board because it's for Preserver here. So great stuff by Spencer, and we'll see if we can beat this last guy. I mean, their board is not weak by any means, but I think now that we have the heal cut, we feel a lot better versus them. This Fiora here, we need to just make sure that this Kalista never gets ulted by Fiora, but the positioning, making sure there's no clump near her, is going to make it very hard for Fiora to get there. This is a really close fight. Oh my god. And Spencer just barely gets the dub. I mean, it's a cool game. Certainly to play around Kalista, that Fairy Charm that gave us the Morgana 2, and then getting the Kalista 2 right after that was insane. And you know, a good showing from this comp that I think maybe some people are sleeping on a little bit because it got nerfed, but just because it's got nerfed doesn't mean it can't win you the entire lobby when you hit a Morgana 2 Camille 2. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check my Twitch on my links down below. Thank you guys for watching.